I thought I could maybe get some time off finally until after the finale, but no, the Jokers have to bring drama till the bitter fucking end. And Big Dumbass has to continue to make mistakes in this game and do nothing right. I tried to give Derek F the benefit of the doubt over the past week and, say that, even though his social game was nowhere near as good as Xavier's and Oz's, he still made the right connections within the cookout to get him further in the game, even though it was just because he is the GOAT to take to the end to win. But now he's proving that his social game is just downright awful. This man decided to start a fight with Ozza, multiple fights with Ozza over the past 24 hours, giving Ozza the doubt to take him to the end of this game. In what right mind does Derek Frazier go and tell Ozza that he regrets cutting Kylan basically? So he regrets cutting Kylan instead of her. And all last week he was saying he carried Ozza to the end, and this week it's like he thinks he's doubting that he should have cut Kylan. Like, I don't understand. He had it so easy to get to the final two, guaranteed, with either Xavier or Ozza winning. And I don't know if it is his hatred for women that he would rather lose to Xavier than go to the end with Ozza and lose, or what Derek Frazier is doing. I don't understand it at all, other than him being such a big dummy. He may have fumbled his second place bag that he has basically been guaranteed since week 2, when Kylan and Xavier made a deal with him and were thinking about taking him to the end because they probably knew way back then he was the GOAT to take to the end to win this game. And yet he has now probably fumbled that bag if Ozza wins the last HOH. Like, the odds of Xavier winning were already very high going into this final part of the final HOH, but now it's practically guaranteed. And Big Brother US is a show that does not surprise me often. There are not a lot of big moves in this game. Like, there's not been a shocking big move in this game in such a long time that nothing really surprises me. So an Xavier win has been expected for since week 3, at least by us on this channel. So that is this ending is not surprising whatsoever. Like, the only time the show has ever surprised me is when Paul lost to Josh. I think that did surprise me a little because it was so ridiculous. Like, Tyler losing to Casey did not surprise me at all. Tyler made mistakes in his end game for sure. So X winning is not surprising. So him not winning would shock me. So I just think now that Ozza basically wants to take Xavier to the end instead of Derek Frazier, it is guaranteeing Xavier's win, whether he wins or loses this final HOH. All thanks to Big D, who can't shut his big mouth. He truly is Big Dump. The shit he spews that he has carried everybody in this game except Xavier is crazy. And the fact that he's throwing a fit, even though he started this by starting an argument with Ozza, many arguments with Ozza over the last few days, and now he's whining that he might not get second place and he might not get the money to help his mother, is crazy. But it's even crazier to me that he allegedly wants to win second place, at least to help his mother, when this man has clear mommy issues with the way he feels about women. He really does. Like, this fan base whines about misogyny, and a lot of it happens on these shows. And Big D is truly misogynistic. The way he has talked about women all season and the way he has treated women all season is crazy. And the way he feels about a woman winning this game, it's all very strange behavior from Derek Flop. So truly Xavier won this game by being the least messiest member of the cookout. That is all Xavier had to really do to win this game. I feel like the only person other than Xavier that got cut from this game without being too messy, is maybe Hannah. I feel like there was some unluckiness on her part from the way she was cut and she was just attached to Tiffany. But Tiffany lost this game from being a really messy player. I still see people, her stands on Twitter saying, don't be saying Tiffany overplayed. Nah, she overplayed, and that is why I got her ass cut. And Kylan clearly also overplayed. He was also thinking about taking Xavier to the end, which also makes me laugh about Derek Frazier saying he shouldn't have cut Kylan because Kylan wasn't going to take his ass to the end either. So yeah, Tiffany and Kylan were probably the two messiest members of the cookout, and that definitely led to them being cut from this game. Like I said, Hannah, I think, just got more unlucky than anything, but she had her shot to win an HOH or to win a veto at that double. She lost and she got the boot. And now Azah and Derek Frazier, being the jokers to the bitter end, being dramatic to the bitter end, they are now going to lose this game by being messy. It's messy of Derek Frazier to start fights with Azah, who was going to take him to the end this whole time. And then in the last couple of days, you start arguments with her for no reason other than the fact that you feel insecure because you won literally nothing all season and you've done nothing all season. But in your crazy little mind, you think you did the second most in this game after Xavier. And then Azah is messy for knowing if she goes with Xavier that she's going to lose to Xavier. But I think I don't know. I don't understand Azah's logic. I defend her as much as I can, but I cannot defend her on this because it's stupid. And it's frankly her father's fault because she's been reading that letter from her father for the past 24 hours. And in that letter, her father talks about don't follow the greed and money, follow like your morals or something. So I guess her morals say that she would rather Xavier get more money than Derek Frazier because of the way Derek Frazier has treated her over the past week or more. I don't know. I mean, all this drama could be for naught because Xavier could still win the final three and then take Big D anyway. And then unfortunately, Big D still gets the money. Oh well. Big D's gonna get it from every side of social media when he gets out of this house. He thinks he's going to be popular, but he's going to get a lot of hate. He's going to really have to go, try and dance his way to the Facebook whites because I think those are the only people that actually like Derek Frazier on social media, even though he thinks he's one of the greatest players of all time and that he's going to have a huge fan base. Not on social media, other than Facebook. So he better go make that Facebook fan page. I do find it funny, though, that the Jokers have supplied the drama all season. Frenchie started it with his madness. Brittany took that torch and carried it with all of her over-the-top emotional manipulation. And now Azah and Derek Frazier have went into the jury part of this game, still bringing the drama, always keeping people on their feet, on their toes. And Xavier's just had to basically be a mediator to the cookout and be the least messiest member of the cookout to frankly get this win. I mean, good on Xavier. He did what he had to do back in week 3, which was just put himself in the best position within the cookout. And he managed to do that and get everybody in the cookout wanting to work with him. Everybody at some point in this game considered taking Xavier to the end with them. Tiffany at one point was on board to at least take Xavier to final 3. But I think she would have considered taking him to final 2, depending on who was the third person. Hannah also talked about possibly taking Xavier to the final 2 at one point because they have had a good relationship. And then obviously Kylan wanted to take Xavier to the end because he thought the best would battle it out. And then Derek Frazier was never going to win a damn thing to take Xavier to the end, but he's always thought he could go to the end with Xavier and win, which is laughable. And now Azah hasn't been considering taking Xavier until these last 5 to 20 hours that I've been since I've recorded this. And even if she thinks she would lose, she wants to take Xavier to the end. Somehow Xavier has managed to make the whole cookout want to take him far in this game and win the game. And I think that is a testament to his great social game this season. He deserves the credit that he has been able to get everybody on the cookout on his side at some point in this game. So don't hate the player, hate the game. That's what I got to say about Xavier. Also, I said on my last video that I knew that since the Claire, Tiffany, Derek X, and Hannah stands were starting to root for Azah to spite Xavier and hope that Xavier would jinx Azah. I knew that alone was going to guarantee an Xavier win because they've been wrong all season. But I didn't know it would only take a day for that to happen. Oh my God. BB Twitter never fails to entertain me, at least on how nothing ever goes their way because they always choose badly. But so yeah, I mean that is where we stand. I mean, this kind of puts a damper on the finale though, because it seemed like it was going to be battle of the last HOH wins the game, but now it's looking more like Xavier's going to win either way, which was always going to, this is what we've been thinking for 2 months now, that Xavier's going to win this game. There was a little doubt for a few days, but not anymore. Now it is totally, the odds are totally in Xavier's hands to win this game. If he doesn't win this game, I am going to be flabbergasted. Flabbergasted. I mean, Azah could always change her mind again. She said she wants to sleep on it to make an official decision, but it seems like she has her mind made up that Derek Fraser's pissed her off enough that he doesn't even deserve a second place spot. So I don't know. I mean, the pettier thing from Azah would be to take Derek Fraser and beat him in the end, but this is what she wants to do. This is what her father put in the letter, to don't follow the money, follow the morals or whatever, and blah blah blah. Like I've also said, I hate the way this fan base, every fan base of this games is like, so and so deserves to win, deserves the money. Nobody deserves anything in this game unless they get to the end and get the win. So I don't like that. But I mean, it would be funny if Big D, big dumbass, would not even get second place after all this. Just for laughs.